You're watching CBC TV 8 in beautiful Barbados.
An elderly woman is the island's latest road fatality. Anglicans advised to lead by example. And in sports, the fancied England are booted out of the ICC Under-19 World Cup.
Credible, balanced, committed. This is the CBC Evening News.
Good evening to you. I'm Sophie Cambridge with this Sunday, February 7th edition of the CBC Evening News. In our top story tonight, a somber mood in a St. Michael community after an accident claimed the life of one of its elderly residents. Ione Dorothy Jilks, a resident of Meadow Road, The Pine, became the island's latest road fatality last night. Our Denise Blackman has the story.
73-year-old Miss Jilks died in the northbound lane of the Barrow sector of the ABC Highway in the Pine St. Barnabas area around 9:20 p.m. She was struck by a vehicle driven by 47-year-old Caroline Wickham of West Terrace, St. James. When CBC visited her neighborhood, residents were solemn and there was little activity. Some neighbors said they became aware of her death when they heard the loud cries of her niece, who also lives close by. Others found out through media reports. They said Miss Jilks was among the first residents to occupy the housing units here on Meadow Road, where she lived with 3 of her sons, one of whom was approached by our team but preferred not to give a comment. Residents describe her as an active person who had a bubbly personality, and they say she will be missed. Denise Blackman, CBC News.
Thanks so much, Denise. And in response to this latest accident, the Barbados Road Safety Association is appealing to authorities to make it illegal for pedestrians to cross the highway where there are jersey barriers. President Charmaine Rowland Bowen says more needs to be done to improve pedestrian safety. In other news, a massive turnout this morning for the annual Anglican Diocesan Service. Thousands of Anglicans attended at the Cigarfield Sobers Gymnasium. Visiting Bishop, the Right Reverend Robert Thompson of Jamaica, encouraged Barbadian Anglicans in attendance to be better tuned in to the needs of their communities by listening more and leading by example. He said they should not focus on being better than others, but on being generous, tolerant, and humble.
The church is often guilty of answering questions that were never asked. Archbishop William Temple had a way of saying, I read the daily newspapers alongside my Bible so that I may know God's compelling message for the day. Today, the church must listen and respond to the cry of our children and victims of violence and of all kinds of abuse.
And Bishop Thompson also endorsed the reading of biblical scriptures in a new and liberating way, involving our current social and cultural contexts.
For the gospel of Jesus Christ has changed the religious and social landscape of the disciples to the extent that the old interpretive constructs of the Jewish rabbi had to make way for new ones. Anglicans have not only the theological capability, but I dare say the responsibility to demonstrate how the Bible can be read and heard in ways that are free from the manipulative spin by those who claim to know the truth and nothing but the truth.
Well, Barbadians will be paying less for a number of petroleum products as of midnight tonight. The change in cost, insurance and freight will result in a lower price for gasoline, kerosene and diesel, as well as bottled gas. Officials say that the retail price of gasoline will move from $2.71 per litre down to $2.69 per litre. The price of diesel will see a 7-cent drop from $1.89 per litre to $1.82 per litre. Kerosene will be 15 cents less, retailing at 80 cents a litre. In the meantime, bottled gas will retail for $152.24 for the 100-pound cylinder, and that's a decrease of $1.24. The price of the 25-pound cylinder will be $43.16, while the 22-pound cylinder will be sold at $38.15. The new price of a 20-pound cylinder will be $34.68. Well, coming up after the break, a St. Michael's South East constituency to benefit from a major project.
He said he loves no sign of him, so much for in sickness and in health, till death do us part. No clarity for my reality. And now husbands don't always live up to their title. Husbands aren't supposed to give you HIV. A hug, a few quarrels, maybe, but never HIV. Hi everyone, I'm Gigi Farrier, and I'd like to take a moment to invite you to love poetry and song. This year, we pledge to love safely, so join us on February 10th at 6:15 p.m. at the Frank Cullimer Hall. Make a donation of $25 and 2 non-perishable food items for the HIV Food Bank. See you there.
A lot of people think that fast bikes are cool, and the girls sure like the guys who ride them, but like so many things about life, you gotta be careful. Having sex without a condom is like riding a bike without a helmet. It's just plain dumb. It's okay to have fun as long as you're smart about it. My name is Daniel the Lion Fortress, and I'm different, and I'm making a difference.
Live up, love, protect, respect.
Residents of the St. Michael's South East constituency are expected to benefit from a plot of land anticipated to eventually generate $1.2 million in revenue annually. The 21 acres of agricultural land is located at the Pine Basin and will be managed by the constituency council. Former chairman of that council, the Reverend Patrick Tannis, says the arrangement was facilitated by Agriculture Minister Dr. David Estwick. Reverend Tannis says a group of 80 agricultural workers from the constituency have already received partial training and are set to begin work following the official handover, which is in 2 weeks' time.
The land will be used for farming, and we are going to involve ourselves in various areas of farming. I think this is a groundbreaking, revolutionary, inspiring, phenomenal piece of architecture by the minister, because it allows for us to earn income and to feed those persons who do not currently have jobs. So you can see the benefit to the communities of this program.
Well, according to Reverend Tannis, the project will contribute to feeding residents of the constituency, and any excess will be sold across the island, helping to reduce the country's food import bill. He says earnings from the sale of excess produce will go toward funding a range of community projects to be launched this year. Obesity continues to be one of the major problems confronting the Barbadian population. The assessment has come from Dean of the Faculty of Medical Sciences at the University of the West Indies Cave Hill campus. He's Dr. Peter Adams. He says data collected from close to 1,000 participants in the ongoing Eastern Caribbean Health Outcome Research Network shows that the majority of participants are overweight.
These are the normal weight ones. See, almost 45% of the men are normal weight, and if I look here, almost 20% of the women are normal weight. Almost 20% of the women are normal weight. So you can do the maths, and the rest are either overweight or obese.
Dr. Adams was delivering the public lecture held recently at the University of the West Indies Cave Hill, entitled Obesity, Prevalence, Perceptions and Personalized Care. He says that many of the problems could be linked to several misperceptions which people have about their weight.
A few normal weight people want to lose weight. A few more overweight people want to lose weight, but the vast majority want to stay the same or have no intentions to do anything. More obese people want to lose weight, but that's only up to about 60%, and this is for men. So we have a large number of people out there who don't want to lose weight and don't see they have a problem and misclassify themselves.
A little entertainment news now, and it was close but no cigar for the Barbadian soca artists Peter Ram and Hyper Sounds. The two reached the final of the International Soca Monarch at the Hazley Crawford Stadium in Port of Spain on Friday night, but they failed to place among the top spots when the results were released late last night. CBC's Shane Jones has more.
Peter Ram and Hyper Sounds performed at positions 3 and 4 respectively. and both flew the Beijing flag high with numerous references to their home country throughout their performances on Fantastic Friday. Ram, who was crowned the 2015 party monarch at Bushy Park, was backed up by Barbadian soca songstress Nikita and appeared much more comfortable than he was in the semis a couple weeks ago. He reached the final via online voting as the wildcard entry. However, reports out of Trinidad were that his All-A-Wee was not as well received as was expected, but those things do happen when performing at an early position. Hypersounds, whose right name is Damien Etienne, powerfully delivered his popular self-penned and self-produced How She Like It, and sections of the media in Trinidad praised the Barbadians' improvement from the semi-final stage. While the results have not shown where the two Barbadian artists placed, the competition was won by first-timer Voice with Cheers to Life, taking the crown from last year's groovy soca monarch Olatunji Yearwood. Preedy was second, while Patrice Roberts and Blacks tied for third place. I'm Shane Jones for CBC News.
Well, thank you, Shane. And the sports news is up next with Sean Green.
Play your part and stop the spread of illnesses carried by the Aedes aegypti mosquito with just one bite. This mosquito can transmit diseases like dengue fever, chikungunya, and the Zika virus. So protect yourself. Use insect repellents, sleep under a bed net, and wear long-sleeve, light-colored shirts and pants while outdoors. Cover water containers. Get rid of stagnant water. Keep gutters clear of debris and seal septic tanks. The Aedes aegypti mosquito. Small bite, big threat.
Barbados' sweetest radio station has landed. 94.7 FM. The station where the greatest hits from yesteryear come alive. I'm talking to you. The sounds that make you feel good. Only one station delivers the soundtracks of your life. 94.7 FM with the greatest hits of the 70s, 80s, and 90s.
The Digicel Sports Runner, brought to you by Digicel 4G, Barbados' fastest 4G network, with speeds more than twice as fast as the other network.
Don't let your data experience slow you down. Step up to Digicel, Barbados' fastest 4G network, more than twice as fast as the slow network. Get more with Digicel, with free music streaming, free WhatsApp, free Facebook, free Instagram, and free Twitter. Digicel, the fastest 4G network in Barbados. Dial *153 to sign up to Digicel today.
Good evening, I'm Sean Green with the CBC Sports. The West Indies under-19s will take on Pakistan under-19s tonight for the final semi-final spot in this year's ICC Youth World Cup after the English were booted out of the competition by Sri Lanka earlier this morning. Only Callum Taylor with 42 showed any sort of resistance as the once-favoured England slumped to 184 all out.
Good shot. Down the wicket and it is what Sri Lanka wanted. It's the big wicket of Dan Lawrence. Good from Holden. He was a little bit tied down in the first 5 overs, but aggression. Well, and it's another wicket. What a catch! Off the mark for Callum Taylor, and very nicely timed. We'll go all the way.
Top shot. It's nicely played that by Callum Taylor. It'll go all the way to for 4. Nicely played. Nice. Gets out of jail. The bowler will be distraught with that because it tied up Taylor. Oh, pulled him. Trying to go across.
That's close, and it's gone.
So must show versatility as far as their game is concerned. Lovely shot. Oh, it's got straight up in the air. Trying to sweep it leg side, only gets a top head.
Down again. Is this gone all the way? What a catch! In the air and a wicket. We're talking about, can England get to 200? Strength again. And it goes all the way.
Down the ground, but off the bottom of the bat, not timed, and the valiant dive, trying to go for the catch. Bolt, just to swing across the line. Well, it was half an appeal. He's been given out LBW. Batting ball. Ross Crane swings away again onto the leg side, and he's got. That's the end of the England innings then.
Avishkar Fernando then led the Sri Lankan charge with 95 as the Asian youth reached 186 for 4 for the 6-wicket win. Well, the Windies and Pakistan will do battle a bit later on tonight around 11 p.m. and it will be live on MCTV's ESPN. Well, leave it to Beaver. There were not one but two Beaver tricks last night as the BDF Sports Program and Paradise recorded victories in the BFA's Digicel Premier League. CBC's Shane Jones has the action from the Wildy AstroTurf.
Okay, here we go. Paradise in the yellow with a free kick, taking on Belfield. Pick that one out of the onion bag. Andre Bourne, 1-0 in the 27th. 10 minutes later, Armando Lashley gets on the end of this through ball, loses his balance, but a good finish. That makes it 2-0 at the half. And seconds into the second half, Belfield, scrappy. This has got to go in somehow. It's just gotta. Well, Christopher Adderley finally gets it to go. Game on. Or was it? 53rd minute. Lashley, beautiful skill around the keeper. That's 3-1. Hat-trick time 3 minutes later. The defender in all sorts of trouble. That's a cool finish. Lashley on fire. Beaver trick coming up. Ball boy. That's a hot 5. Final score. Paradise 5. Belfield 1. Game 2 saw the BDF SP on the move against Pinelands. Good passing. And Shaquille Stewart opens things up in the 19th. Jumping forward to the 34th. Stewart too easy. That's 2-zip. And he scored his hat trick on the stroke of half time to make it 3-0 at the